Well, by some sort of miracle here on the Sideline Crowd, it's Game 7 of the NLCS. Rockies at Dodgers. Series tied at 3 apiece. As it all comes down to this here for the Rockies season. Both teams on the edge of elimination. The winner moving on to the World Series. Skylar Timmons joining you here for this final broadcast, potentially final broadcast. Maybe we'll even see what happens here in the World Series. So here's how it broke down for the series recap. Rockies took the first 2 games. Then the Dodgers take 3, 4, and 5 in Colorado. And then the Rockies managed to win Game 1 here and Game 6 here at Chavez Ravine, here at Dodger Stadium. So it all comes down to Jameson Taillon taking on Clayton Kershaw here in this elimination game of the championship series. Clayton Kershaw getting the start for the Dodgers. He's 3-0 here in the postseason. A .39 ERA. .78 whip, 23 strikeouts, 7 walks. So the Rockies do have a monumental task in front of them. David Dahl will lead things off this postseason. He's hitting .417, 4 homers, 10 RBIs. For the Rockies center fielder, he's had a good season overall. First pitch popped up on the infield. Max Muncy there will make the catch, and there's one away here. Loud crowd here as we get a look at the Rockies starting lineup. This is pretty typical throughout the rest of the season. Rockies third in the National League in hits with over 1,500. David Dahl in center field and Daniel Murphy, followed by Nolan Arenado and Charlie Blackmon batting cleanup. Trevor Story, Matt Kemp out and left. James McCann behind the dish. Ryan McMahon at second, and Jameson Taillon at the plate. Daniel Murphy hitting .321 this postseason. He's really turned things up this year. So the way we got here, began simming the rest of the season once exhibition games and things like that were getting underway. So around the All-Star break, decided to start simming the rest of the season as Murphy sends this one out to right center field. Bellinger's there to make the catch, and now there's 2 away. From Nolan Arenado, hitting .375 this postseason, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. But I started simming right after the All-Star game. Rockies then just went on a tear. First pitch to Arenado is taken there for a called strike on the curveball. The Rockies went on a tear through the month of July and August and most of September, managing to crawl up to second place in the National League West, only 8 games behind the Dodgers. As Arenado swings to that one, 0-2. Rockies managed to crawl back up in the National League West, coming in second, only 8 games back of the Dodgers. Clinched the top wild card spot, and then defeated the Braves in the wild card game at Coors Field, 13-9. Charlie Blackmon hit 2 home runs, had 9 RBIs in that game. They then take, in 4 games, they beat the Reds, as this one's popped up in foul territory. Smith makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits for the Rockies. We head to the bottom of the first. Top of the order due up for the Dodgers. So Jameson Taillon will get the start. He's been fantastic in this simulated season since the Rockies picked him up. 2 starts this postseason. He's 1-0, .360 ERA. 10 strikeouts, 3 walks, 87 whip. He'll face Justin Turner, who's hitting .346, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. It's only fitting that it's these 2 teams here in this Game 7 of the NLCS. Taillon kicks and deals and drops it in there for a called strike. The Rockies beat the Reds in 4 games. And then they've ended up here in the NLCS. Just sheer miracle that this team is here. If you followed the Sideline Crowd season, a lot of them, the games that we have on a playlist on YouTube, a lot of them the Rockies lost. They really struggled with starting pitching, the bullpen, offense, everything was struggling. Took some liberties. We made some moves. Improved the team as a whole. Bolstered the bullpen. Improved the didn't tinker too much with the offense. Most notable additions were Matt Kemp and Yasiel Puig. And then also picked up James McCann from the Tigers. Serve as a second catcher and primary catch, kind of better platoon situation with Tony Walters. Grounded to second. McMahon throws on to first. And Turner is retired. So we get a look here at the powerhouse Dodgers lineup. Justin Turner, that .391 average this postseason. And Jock Peterson, the center fielder, followed by Mookie Betts. Cody Bellinger having a rough postseason. Followed by Max Muncy, Corey Seager, Gavin Lux, Will Smith behind the plate, and Clayton Kershaw. Dodgers had the most RBIs this season with 848 as a team. Peterson hitting .292, 3 homers, 4 RBIs this postseason for the Dodgers. Here's the first pitch from Taillon. Turns on it, sends this one out deep to right field. Back goes Blackmon, and this one's gone. So Jock Peterson sends one into right field. First pitch he sees from Taillon, and gives the Dodgers an early 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. So immediately that puts the pressure on the Rockies. They got a lot of work to do now. They want to preserve this, keep it going. They've managed to run it to Game 7. Can't let it end here. It's a pitch inside, and he just turns on it. Got here in a hurry. They'll bring in Mookie Betts. .375 average, 3 homers, 8 RBIs this postseason. Another great year for Mookie Betts. His first year with the Dodgers. In real life, just signed that 10-year extension. Or that big extension. I think it was 12 years with the Dodgers prior to the opening night today in the real life season as we get underway for that 60-game shortened season. Taillon evens the count at 1. But as I was saying, we simulated through the rest of the season. Rockies went on a tear. A lot of guys hit a lot of hot streaks. Propelled this team to a 92-win season. Pitch misses outside, 2-1. A 90-win season. And pretty spectacular outing by this group. We didn't really think they had it in them. Really in May and June. Then July, and they managed to fight back. 3-1, bouncer to third. Arenado's got it. He'll throw on to first as Betts is retired. 2 away. Nice job there by Taillon getting the ground out. Now bring up Cody Bellinger. Only has 1 hit in 21 at-bats. Postseason kind of abnormal for him, but the Rockies will take it here in this postseason. It's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Peterson homered. Dodgers lead at 1-0. Series tied at 3. Here's the first pitch. Misses high. Ball 1 came with the fastball. Taillon not able to get on top of it. This one's fouled away. The 1-1. Fly ball out to deep left field. Kemp ranges back. He's in familiar territory. Makes the catch. That'll end the inning. But Jock Peterson gives the Dodgers a early 1-0 lead with this solo home run. So we now head to the top of the second here at Dodger Stadium here in the postseason. Charlie Blackmon will bat now, having a rough postseason. Mostly here in this series. Pair of RBIs. He's been having a good postseason overall. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Here in the NLCS, he's been having a rough go of it. Fantastic year for Blackmon. Came in third in the MVP voting here on MLB The Show. Won the batting title with a .347 average. Had 40 homers, 114 RBIs. Second on the team. Fouls that one off. Won a Silver Slugger. Just a fantastic year for the Rockies right fielder. Here's the 1-2 from Kershaw. Misses high, 2-2. Some of the notables from this Rockies season. As Blackmon fouls this one off down the left field line, he'll get into the seats. Keeps the count at 2. The 2-2 to Blackmon now. Misses high. 3-2. Counts full. Trevor Story waits on deck. Payoff pitch to Blackmon. Shoots this one over to the third baseman Turner, who throws on to first. And there's one away. Get a look here at the Dodgers defensively as Story steps up to the plate. From left to right in the outfield, Mookie Betts, Jock Peterson, Cody Bellinger. Then on the infield, Justin Turner, Corey Seager, Gavin Lux, Max Muncy, and Will Smith behind the plate. Kershaw on the mound. First pitch to Story, misses inside. Story having a good postseason. .262 average, pair of homers, 10 RBIs. He's had a good, kind of turned in a decent year at the plate. Over the year, had a .222 average, but he did manage to almost hit 30 homers. But a somewhat down year for Trevor Story. The 1-1 misses outside, 2-1. Still fantastic on defense. As he swings to that one, 2-2. Payoff pitch to Story. And it bouncer down the line. That's off the base. Story hustling. He'll round first. Heading into second. The throw from Betts. Not in time. Trevor Story hooks one down the line. Got a gift of bouncing it off the bag. Just turns on it. Keeps it fair. Turner might have had a play on it, but it ricochets up off the bag. So Story able to hustle in with his speed, and the Rockies have a man in scoring position for Matt Kemp. In this series, he's hitting .318 with an RBI. Matt Kemp, after the news broke that the Rockies signed him in real life, we went ahead and dealt for him here in our season, traded with the Marlins. Turned him into basically the everyday left fielder, kind of in a platoon with Sam Hilliard, Chris Owings. Everybody kind of floating around out there in the outfield. First swing comes up empty, 0-1. Kemp hit 9 homers, 20-some-odd RBIs, .309 average in his time with the Rockies. Or throughout the year, so to speak. Most of that coming with the Rockies, as the Marlins had him, but he was in their minor league system. Rockies traded for him. Here in our sim season, we picked him up. Turned out to be a pretty good move for him. Brought a very solid presence in the lineup. Made an immediate impact. 1-1 the count now on Kemp, who takes a big hack at that curveball. Comes up empty. It's 1-2. Kershaw facing his former teammate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses outside, 2-2. Kershaw flirting with that curveball. Kemp, the veteran slugger, 35 years of age. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Got him to chase. Fastball high, and there's out number 2. Here's how the postseason bracket's broken down. Rockies toppled the Braves and the Reds. Dodgers eliminated the Nationals. And then on the other side, the A's and the Twins in a battle in the American League. They're also in a Game 7. Now batting the catcher, James McCann. McCann was catcher for the Tigers. We picked him up. Solid right-handed bat to supplement Tony Wolters. This one's lined into center field. He can't make the catch. Story will score, and this ball game is tied. James McCann with a 2-out single. First pitch he sees. And the Rockies strike back here in the top of the second as Story scores easily. Kind of a sinking line drive. Thought Peterson had a chance to catch it, but instead he lets it bounce. Something of Ryan McMahon having a rough go of it here in this series. 130 average, 3 RBIs. So McCann at first. So that pitch misses outside, ball 1. Well, Ryan McMahon on the year ended the season with a .252 average, hit 25 homers, 86 RBIs, and another very successful campaign for him here in this simulated season. Kershaw, 22 pitches this inning. The Rockies being a little bit more patient as Kershaw's down 2-0 on the Rockies' second baseman. That pitch misses inside, 3-0. Pitcher spot on deck. That's kind of been the story for these Rockies in these simulated games. They have really battled back as an offense. Yes. Swinging 3-0 is McMahon as he rockets that one down the line foul. Kershaw with that very unique windup and delivery. And that misses outside, ball 4. So that'll put 2 outs. Put men at first and second for the pitcher, Jamison Taillon. The Rockies were very resilient after the All-Star break. They just kept winning and winning. Crawled out of the basement. They were stuck in third place entering that All-Star break. And then just here in the second half of the season, they really turned things around. Crawled their way back up to second place in the West. Only 8 games back behind the Dodgers. They won 92 games this year. Dodgers won 100. Rockies managed to clinch the top wild card spot and face the Braves in a game at Coors Field, winning it 13-9. Kind of a slugfest. Charlie Blackmon hitting 2 home runs in that game. Catches the inside corner. 1-2. Checking the runner at second. The 1-2 to Taillon. Fights it off. Well, you can just take this as way of potentially what the Rockies could be. Well, maybe not all the same faces here. As we really took some liberties to bolster the bullpen with moves we thought were logical. Also, the game made some automatic moves. But a good bullpen and serviceable pitching, and then very good timely hitting brings you to Game 7 of the NLCS. Curveball just misses its target outside, runs the count full. Yet another full count that Kershaw's seen this inning. He's already almost up to 40 pitches. Payoff pitch to Tyon. Runners go, and swinging is Tyon, and that will retire the side. But the Rockies get a run across. They've tied this thing back up at 1. We head to the bottom of the second. Muncy, Seager, and Lux do up for the Dodgers here in Game 7 of the NLCS here at Dodger Stadium. Max Muncy, the first slugging first baseman, will stand in. Rough series for him. Only 3 hits and 23 at-bats for that 130 average. No homers, no RBIs. Still a dangerous threat for the Rockies. But once again, it's a brand new ball game. Tied things up. Clean slate as that pitch misses low. Tyon winds and deals. That runs up, and that'll hit Muncy. Got him with the fastball on his arm there, so that'll put a man aboard here to lead off the bottom of the second. Bring up the shortstop, Corey Seager. Corey Seager, 25 at-bats. He's hitting 200, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Checks the runner. Here's the delivery. Fastball up, and he fouls it off, 0-1. Well, Tyon, Rockies traded for him, I believe in May or June. But overall on the year between the Pirates and the Rockies, he went 15-6, had a 3.27 ERA, 116 WHIP, struck out 139 batters, only walked 42. Combination of him and German Marquez, the 1-2 punch at the top of the Rockies pitching rotation, really helped propel them to where they are now. Seager swings through that one. It's 1-2. German Marquez himself went 13-9 with a 2.56 ERA on the year. He was an all-star, as we saw. That runs inside 2-2. Marquez struck out 197 batters, only walked 49. Great year for him. And probably one of the most amazing or best stories for the Rockies pitching staff. Pitch misses low, full count now on Seager. Was old Ty Colbrith. We brought him up out of the system around May or so. Came in second in Rookie of the Year voting for the Sim season. Went 9-4 with a 3.94 ERA. And that pitch misses high, so the first 2 men are aboard here to start the second. Tyon pitching himself into a bit of a jam, having trouble hitting the zone. Bring up the second baseman, Gavin Lux. Lux hitting 267 here in this postseason. Does have here in this series, has a home run. But who'd have thunk that the Rockies would have that many good pitchers this season? John Gray was one that really didn't pan out as well still throughout the season. He was sent down to AAA for a while, then brought up, and then kind of stuck in the bullpen or alternating with Danny Salazar, who the Rockies picked up out of free agency. Became a very serviceable rotation man. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss at the curveball, but comes up empty. 1-2 on Gavin Lux. But the bullpen full of very good pitchers. Grounder to first. There's one. Back onto first. There's two. So Murphy initiates the 1-6-3 and the 3-6-1. Got to figure out my numbers. Just got him to roll over, carry him over to his right, but a good play by Murphy. Able to get the double play, so a man at third for the catcher, Will Smith. But there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. But the Rockies bullpen really brought down their ERA. Michael Lorenzen. Lorenzen led the league between his time with the Reds and the Rockies. Led the league in saves with 50. Put in a very good season. 168 ERA, went 5-1. Grounder to short. Story's got it. He'll throw on to first, and that will retire the side. Well, the first 2 men get aboard with nobody out, but the double play and then the ground ball get him out of the inning. We're at the top of the third. Still tied at 1. Top of the order due up for the Rockies here at Dodger Stadium. It's David Dahl will lead things off, hitting .356 here in this postseason. Here's the first pitch to Dahl, called strike of the knees, 0-1. Well, Dahl turned in a .277 average this year. Picked things up, hit 20 homers, 58 RBIs. After really taking over the leadoff spot, he really ended up thriving there throughout the second half of the season. Pitch misses inside, 2-1. Big swing and a miss there. You can count it 2. Two-two curveball and full count now. A lot of full counts here for Kershaw in this game. Payoff pitch to Dahl, and that misses low, ball 4. So Dahl draws the leadoff walk. They'll hand the baton over to Daniel Murphy, who surprisingly, after losing a bit of playing time to Ryan McMahon when Brendan Rodgers was called up, he eventually settled himself back in at first. Here in this postseason, he's hitting .362. Hit .306 on the year, had 18 homers and 78 RBIs, and played some pretty good first base. Very good year for the veteran first baseman in the last year of a 2-year deal he had with the Rockies. But it's turned out pretty good so far for him this season. Here's the 1-0. Fights that pitch off with 1-1. Really, they found the best lineup here, had him batting in the 2-hole. So a lot more protection for Arenado and Blackman. And Story moved down to the 5-hole where he started hitting the long ball. Every once in a while, Story would lead off against left-handers. Kershaw comes set. Here's the 2-1. Misses high again, 3-1. You'll find that a lot throughout this lineup of guys that'll mention that they actually turned things around from when we really last saw them and turned in pretty good years throughout simming the rest of the way. Here's the 3-1. Big swing and a miss there by Daniel Murphy. Yet another full count for Clayton Kershaw. He's at 50 pitches here in the top of the third. Nolan Arenado waits on deck. Long pause. Here's the delivery. Misses high. Ball 4. So another full count walk. And the Rockies have 2 aboard here with nobody out here in the top of the third. Will Smith and Kershaw being a little frustrated. But Arenado will stand in. Arenado 0 for 1, popped down in the first. Rockies had a very uneventful top of the first. Just kind of a couple of lazy pop-outs. So Arenado in the year hit .298, 38 homers, 115 RBIs. He led the league, or led the team, not the league. Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Braves took home the MVP. Guy had a lot of RBIs this year. Here's the 1-0 to Arenado. 2-0. Kershaw all of a sudden can't throw strikes. Came into this game 3-0 with a .48 ERA. Now he's got 2 men on, 2-0 count. Nobody out here in the top of the third. It's the 2-0 delivery to Arenado. That gets over to the plate. 2-1. The Dodgers, once again, just a powerhouse team, and surprisingly, nobody thought the Rockies kind of pulling off a Washington Nationals so far. Like last year, the Nationals really had no chance in May, and then all of a sudden, they're World Series champions. Arenado fouls this one off, and yet another 3-2 count for Clayton Kershaw. Long pause, checks the runner at second. Here's the payoff pitch to Arenado. Fights that one off. Good pitch around the knees from Kershaw. Arenado spoils it. Tied at 1. Dahl's at second, Murphy at first. Both of them walked. Payoff pitch to Arenado. Sends this one into the gap in center field. That's going to get it down. Dahl's going to score easily. Murphy moves to third. Peterson cut it off. So Arenado will go to first. But the Rockies now have a 2-1 lead. With runners on the corners, nobody out, and Charlie Blackmon coming up to the plate. His pitching coach comes out to talk to Kershaw to figure out what's going on. Left on left matchup. Called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Blackmon. 0 for 1. Ground out in the second. Long stretch for Clayton Kershaw as he comes set. Checks the runner at first. The 0-1. That one misses high. 1-1. The 1-1 to Blackmon. Turns on this one and fouls it off. Runs it to 1-2. But just spectacular hitting by the Rockies. They've shown that resiliency, and that's a called strike 3. Blackmon knew it right away. Thought it might have been a little up and in, but right there in the zone. So Blackmon's retired for the first out. I'm ready with Trevor Story. Story doubled down the left field line his first time up. Came around to score. Rockies lead at 2-1. Men on the corners, 1 out. Way out in front of that curveball. That's probably Kershaw's best pitch. He's been known to have that huge bender. It's really baffled hitters. It's what he used to no-hit the Rockies all those years ago here at Dodger Stadium. Here's the 0-1. That runs well inside. 1-1. Bud Black looking on. This is where he wants to see his team here in real life. Game 7 of the NLCS. First time Rockies have been here since 2007. Oh no, they didn't go to Game 7 in 2007. I don't know what I'm talking about. Here's the 2-1 to Story. Sends this one high and deep out to right field. Bellinger going back. Makes the catch. Murphy's tag. The throw home. Not in time. Murphy scores and the Rockies lead it 3-1. Sacrifice fly for Trevor Story. It's now 2 away for Matt Kemp. Murphy going to get an oxygen tank. Matt Kemp 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. Like I was saying, Kemp hit .305 on the year, 36 RBIs, 9 homers. In kind of a rotating outfield situation, the likes of Yasiel Puig, Matt Kemp, and Sam Hilliard all kind of rotating to different spots in the outfield, giving guys days off. Michael Lorenzen would throw in there every once in a while. Chris Owings also would get time out there in the outfield. Pitch misses low, 2-0. Kemp, rough year in 2019, kind of was with the Reds, only played 20 games and was dealing with messed up ribs, 3-0. So that really hurt his performance. Rockies were talking to him at winter meetings. He ultimately signed with the Marlins on a minor league pack. Saw that as a way to get back into the majors. Harder to break through that roster with the Rockies as he takes strike one. Well, Matt Kemp didn't make the Marlins 60-player pool for summer camp. Ian Desmond then opted out for the year. Opened up a spot for Matt Kemp, as that misses ball 4. Third walk of the inning issued by Kershaw. He's at 71 pitches, and that'll bring up James McCann. RBI single his first time up. Bats with men at first and second. Rockies lead at 3-1 here in Game 7 of the NLCS. Misses low. I was saying, opened up a spot for Matt Kemp when Ian Desmond opted out, and with the universal DH. So, see if Matt Kemp can regain that 2018 All-Star season exposure that he had. Be exciting to see if he can club some homers at Coors Field. Known Rockies killer. McCann watches ball 2-1. But pretty exciting. Exciting to see what he can do in purple this season. And here, opening day, July 24th. Tomorrow, on Friday, Rockies opening the season in Texas against the Texas Rangers at their new stadium. They played a couple of exhibition games the past 2 days. Rockies slugging the ball. They won both exhibitions. McCann fires, hits this one foul. Yet another full count this inning. Kershaw up to 76 pitches. Payoff pitch to McCann. High ball 4. That is walk number 4 for Kershaw. And the Rockies have loaded him with 2 outs for Ryan McMahon. How much longer Dave Roberts can let his pitcher stay out there? Dustin May warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. So bases full of Rockies. Here's the first pitch to McMahon. Big swing and a miss. Comes up empty, 0-1. These are the moments that define postseason games. Bases loaded, 2 outs. World Series trip on the line. World Series berth. Pitch misses low. If you're the Rockies, you're looking for that opportunity to blow this thing wide open. If you're Kershaw and the Dodgers, you're looking to keep this thing close. You're only down by 2 runs right now. Still plenty of baseball to go. The 1-1 to McMahon. Got him with the curveball. 1-2. Interesting to see what happens. It'll be a lot of moments like these throughout the year. With only 60 games, it's going to be a sprint to the finish. Can't waste opportunities. Every moment counts. Every game counts. The 1-2 to McMahon. Low ball 2. A lot of pitches thrown by Kershaw this inning. The Rockies, with patience and timely hitting, have driven that pitch count up. The 2-2 to McMahon. Fouls that one back. See, these Dodgers fans are on their feet waving their rally towels. Another 2-2 to McMahon. Hits this one well down the line, but it's going to hook foul. Do it again, 2-2. Arenado at third, Kemp at second. McCann at first. Do it again, 2-2. Called strike 3. Froze him on the outside corner. Pair. They lead at 3-1. We head to the bottom of the third. 9-1-2 due up here in Game 7 of the NLCS. Clayton Kershaw is going to stay in there to hit. .250 average here in the postseason. He's got 3 RBIs. One of the better hitting pitchers. He does have home runs in his career. Taillon misses. Ball 1. Taillon, been a while since he's out there, so we'll see if that affects him at all. After you've been sitting on the bench for a little bit as a pitcher. This catches the outside corner, 1-1. As I was saying earlier, season starts today. Couple of pair of games going on tonight. The Dodgers and Giants playing tonight. And then the Yankees and Nationals will be playing. 3-1 the count now on Kershaw. Bouncer in front of the mound. Taillon's got it. He'll set and throw on to first for out number 1. So that'll turn the lineup over to Justin Turner. Got 2 home runs, 4 RBIs here in the series, 9 hits. Ground out victim in the first, however. And as there's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. First pitch, strike. Everybody's eyes will be on the Nationals-Yankees game, as this one's rocketed into left. That's going to bounce off the wall for extra bases. Kemp will fire it back in. And it's a 1-out double for Justin Turner. Just missing the home run. Hits about halfway up the fence out there. The bullpen fence. If he gets under that a little bit more, that one's gone and it's 3-2, but he'll settle for the double and set up shot for Jock Peterson. Peterson, a solo homer, back in the first. Watches ball 1. 1-0. But I think a lot of people's eyes will be on the Yankees-Nationals game tonight, as Garrett Cole will be making his debut in the pinstripes, going up against Max Scherzer for the Nationals. Should be an exciting game, and then everybody else will start up tomorrow. I think everybody's been itching for baseball, and I think we're finally getting it. 3-0 the count now on Jock Peterson, and not a sigh of relief as you have Mookie Betts waiting on deck. Still a gauntlet through this Dodgers lineup. 3-0. Swinging is Peterson. He fouls it off. 3-1. Rockies will have Ramon Marquez going up against Lance Lynn in Arlington tomorrow. Bounces this one foul. He'll run the count full. Turner at second. 1 out. Rockies lead at 3-1 here in Game 7 of the NLCS. Peterson fouls off that pitch, down and in. McCann is a little bit better defensively as well. Elias Diaz was on the roster for a while. A line shot to short, but Story makes the catch. And Peterson's retired for out number 2. Turner and a scramble back to the bag. Bring a Mookie Betts. Ground out victim in the first. Everybody's just been itching for baseball to come back. Just amidst of all the chaos and the craziness in the world right now. Just have some bit of normalcy in some form. I think would help a lot of people. You know, Major League Baseball still has a lot of those challenges. There's a lot of continual testing and a lot of precautions that they're trying to take, and it's not perfect. This one's popped up on the infield. Murphy charging in. He'll settle under and make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers get a man aboard, but they can't bring him across. We head to the top of the 4th. Rockies lead at 3-1. 9-1-2 due up. So we're here in Dodger Stadium. Game 7 of the NLCS. Rockies and Dodgers, two National League West rivals. Dodgers, the division champs. Rockies came in second behind them, 8 games back. As Taillon will take ball 1. Kershaw still out there at 85 pitches. The Rockies really playing the underdogs. Curveball gets across for a strike. 1-1. Rockies managed to blow past the Braves in the wild card game. Managed to overcome the Reds in the division series. Pitch misses outside, 3-1. David Dahl waiting on deck. And then they've managed to push it to Game 7 here against the Dodgers. 3-2 the count now on Taillon. Rockies didn't win a game in Colorado. The Dodgers won all 3 in Colorado. The Rockies have managed to win 3 games here at Dodger Stadium. Payoff pitch to Taillon. Fouls that one off. Good at bat here from the pitcher. As I was saying before, pick up my thought after hearing the 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4. Yet another walk issued by Kershaw as Taillon will trot down to first. And I'll bring up David Dahl. Walked, came around to score his last time up. But the craziness, it'll just be good to get that baseball back in some form. There's all the testing and precautions MLB's taking, and there are still players that will be testing positive. But from what it sounds like, and when some of those tests are, the cases are going down, they're not getting as many. They're testing almost every other day. So a lot of testing going on, and they're just going to keep functioning the way they can. Exhibition games been going on this week. Everybody's been happy for that. Here's the 2-0. Bounces that one foul. But then you get this one's lined to second, easy double play, as that'll erase Taillon and Dahl. So 2 away. It's Gavin Lux turning the quick 4.63. Just a quick turn and throw. I'll bring up Daniel Murphy, who walked. Came around to score himself. Won the count now on Daniel Murphy. Check swing on the curveball, but he holds up. 1-1. The 1-1 count, 1-1 pitch. Sends this one out deep to center field. Back goes Peterson. He'll make the over-the-shoulder catch. And that will retire the side. Rockies go down easily. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Heart of the order due up for the Dodgers. Rockies lead it 3-1 here at Dodger Stadium. So we look to get underway here. World Series berth on the line here. It's Bellinger looking to will lead things off here for the Dodgers. Dave Roberts figure out his pitcher is almost up to 100 pitches. And we're only here in the fourth inning. Cody Bellinger, fly out, back in the first. Rough postseason for him. Pitch misses outside, 1-0. Some other Rockies news. We saw earlier this week the Rockies released Jake McGee and Brian Shaw. McGee signed with the Dodgers shortly after. And then just recently Brian Shaw has signed with the Mariners. Both of them were signed prior to the 2018 season. Part of the Rockies' big spending on the bullpen that offseason. He's the last of the trio of McGee, Shaw, and Davis. Bellinger swings to that pitch. McGee and Shaw were both entering the final season of those 3-year deals, but just throwing in subpar bullpen outings again and again for the past 2 seasons. Rockies finally cut him loose. Instead, adding Daniel Bard to the bullpen, making his comeback after not having pitched since 2014, 13 or 14. Finally making it back as Bellinger gets the walk. Daniel Bard, who had the yips, so to speak, with the Red Sox, and then kind of went through a lot of reinventing himself, signed with the Rockies, and is making their opening day roster in the bullpen. There's Tyler Kinley to kind of replace him. Then you've got guys like Jairo Diaz, Carlos Estevez, Yency Almonte. A lot of guys that we've seen here in our sim season that really have a chance now to make an impact in that Rockies bullpen. Scott Oberg currently on the injured list for the real-life Rockies, as Muncy shoots this one into left. That'll be a base hit. So 2 men aboard with nobody out here to start the fourth. Bring up Corey Seager. You can't count the Dodgers out. They're down by 2 here in the bottom of the fourth. Taillon trying to get a ground ball here. Here's the first pitch to Seager, misses outside. A lot of official rosters, the 30-man rosters were announced today. Rockies carrying 3 catchers as Elias Diaz, Drew Butera, and Tony Wolters will be the catchers. Chris Owings makes the roster. Big swing and a miss by Seager, 2-1. Peter Lambert will be getting Tommy John surgery. Pitch misses low. And Scott Oberg will open the season on the injured list due to a back issue. And ball 4. So that's going to load him here with nobody out. Taillon in some trouble now for Gavin Lux, the second baseman. Spot here, got to limit the damage. Got to get it out here. Some new faces for the Rockies staff. Ashton Godot pitched in Double-A last year, so he's bypassing Triple-A. Swing and a miss. Will be on the team. Probably contending for a spot either in that bullpen or in the rotation. Bounces that one foul. And this is outside. It's going to be exciting. Season underway. It's feeling a lot more real now. And it's actually starting. Here's the 1-2 to Lux. Grounder to second. This should be 2. There's 1 and there's 2. Meanwhile, the run scores. Muncy going to third. And it's now a 1-run ball game. Gavin Lux gets the job done to drive in a run, but it comes at the cost of 2 outs. Taillon making a pitch. So now be up to Will Smith trying to tie this game back up at 3. First pitch to Smith, misses high, ball 1. It's going to be interesting. This one's going to come down to the wire. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss, 1-1. Bounces that one foul. The 1-2. Tied him up, strike 3. So that'll end the inning, but the Dodgers get a run back. They now trail 3-2. 3 hits apiece for each team. We head to the top of the 5th. Rockies still leading it. Arenado Blackman's story due up for the Rockies. As Arenado will lead things off. Kershaw's still out there here in the 5th. Arenado RBI single his last time up. This postseason he's hitting .372 with 4 homers. So he takes strike 1, top of the zone. That's pitch number 100 from Kershaw. Called strike 2 at the knees. Arenado's quickly in an 0-2 hole after taking the first 2 pitches. That misses inside, ball 1. Rough. That's a tough take. But he holds off. Here's another 1-2 to Arenado. Shoots this one through the hole into right field for a base hit. Arenado leading things off with the single. Doing what he does best. So that'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. Looking to get things going here against Clayton Kershaw. First pitch swinging, fouls this one off down the line. 0-1. Blackman's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out in this one. .295 average this postseason after hitting .347 during the regular season. Led the league in average. Curveball misses up and in, 1-1. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. This pitch, I'll talk a little bit about some headlines that I've been seeing as of late. Here's the 1-2 to Blackman. Fouls that one off. So probably the big one with the empty stadiums for this 2020 season. Some broadcasts are going to be using virtual crowds for the broadcast. This one's sent out to deep center field. Back goes Peterson. He'll make the catch in center field territory. Arenado will retreat back to first. Blackman gave it a ride, but ends up in and out. I'll bring up Trevor Story, who's 1 for 1, a double, RBI, and a run scored. Walked his last time up. Swing and a miss there. Or a sacrifice fly for Story his last time up. 0 for 1. But some crowd, like Fox, will be using a virtual crowd. A lot of teams and places will just be using audio that you're hearing right now in this game from MLB The Show. If you've watched the Rockies exhibition games these past couple of days there in Arlington, you could hear them using the crowd noise. Didn't sound too bad, and it's probably going to take a little bit of getting used to for fans and stuff, and I'm sure the players, but at least it helps them in their environment a little bit. Here's the 1-2. Got him swinging to chasing the curveball in the dirt, down and away, and so after the leadoff single, Blackman and Story are both retired. I'm bringing Matt Kemp. Kemp walked his last time up. But it's kind of weird just hearing the fake crowd when you know there's nobody there. So that's kind of interesting. Pitch misses low. And then there's the other teams. A lot of teams are doing this where you can buy a cardboard cutout of yourself for the team to place in the stands. Saw the Mets doing it. The Rangers were advertising it. The White Sox put cardboard cutouts of their children out there. Here's the 1-0. Misses outside. So we saw that was kind of like things other sports are doing. Soccer, I think, was doing it a little bit. Korean baseball is putting stuffed animals out there. Mannequins. Catches the zone. That's just the... Cardboard cutouts would be a little bit weird. But it's a good way to as Kemp slaps this one down the left field line just past the glove of Justin Turner. Turned on it and just smoked it right past Turner, who almost made a great play there. So 2-out single for Kemp, and Dave Roberts has seen enough. That's going to do it for Clayton Kershaw. 120 pitches. He leaves with 2 men on, 2 outs here in the 5th. Rockies leading at 3-2. So we'll see who's going to replace him. It's going to be Dustin May. In 3 games this postseason, only 3 innings, he has a 30 ERA. 4 strikeouts, 6 walks. Right-handers hitting .625 against him. Lefties hitting .400. So that bodes well for the Rockies. 2 outs. Men at first and second for James McCann. It's 1 for 1 with a walk. Takes called strike 1 in the outside corner. 1 for 1. Had a RBI single. Another one was the reports that the MLB and the Players Union will continue talking, expanding the playoffs. This is bounced to first. Muncy will tag the bag. And now they'll retire the side. Rockies threaten, but Can't get anybody across, but they do drive Clayton Kershaw from the game. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 9-1-2 due up for the Dodgers. As we'll get a pinch hitter here in Chris Taylor. So Dustin May only throws one pitch. Only throws a couple pitches, and Chris Taylor will pinch hit now. For the Dodgers, Jameson Taillon still out there. This will be pitch number 70 for him. First pitch sent out to right field. Blackman dives, can make the catch. Taylor hustling into second, and he'll be in there with a leadoff double. Costly choice there for Charlie Blackman. Sinking line drive, and almost had it, but it bounces off the heel of his glove. And Taylor able to hustle into second. I'll bring up Justin Turner, doubled his last time up. Takes called strike one. But there are the reports that MLB and the Union will continue talks, potentially expanding the playoffs to 16. Which is pretty wild. From what I can gather, I think it's and you still have your mini divisions. So the National League West the National League West champion, and then the American League West champion. You will only play people in your division and the corresponding division. So that's 16. That's potentially 6 teams right there. That could potentially, I think, double. Yeah, that doubles. So who knows? It's a lot of teams. Here's the payoff pitch to Turner. Grounder to second. McMahon's got it. He'll throw on to first. Turner moves up to third. But they do get the out. One away for Jock Peterson. Peterson 1 for 2. Solo homer back in the first. Yes, Taillon will come set. Here's the first pitch. In there for a called strike, 0-1. Also the Cleveland Indians, as they do say, went around 0-2 on Peterson. The Indians will meet with the Native American leaders there in Ohio to talk a name change. After the scrutiny and kind of controversy around the Washington Redskins, who will be making their new name, they announced they'll just be a generic Washington Football Team, pending a new name adoption. As Peterson strikes out on the curveball, bringing Mookie Betts 2 outs, man at third. Dodgers trail 3-2. So Washington Football Team, as they are called now. Should have called themselves the Washington Foosball Team. 1-0 to Betts. Rips that one foul. Pitch inside. Taillon at 81 pitches. Dodgers fans on their feet yet again. 1-1. Flares this one into left field. That's going to tie the game. Flares one into left. Mookie Betts getting it done. And we are once again tied. We're at 3. Tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. Man at first for Cody Bellinger. Gets ahead of him. 0-1. Bellinger walk and run scored in this one. This back and forth affair. That's good baseball for the playoffs. Throw on to first. He's back easily. Another throw to first. Betts is back. Just worry about the guy at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Bouncer to third. Arenado will throw on to second, and that will end the inning. But the Dodgers get a run across. They tie this thing up on the Mookie Betts single. We head to the 6th, tied at 3. 8-9-1 due up for the Rockies here in Game 7 of the NLCS. Dylan Floro will be pitching now for the Dodgers. 7 games, he's 0-1, 13.50 ERA. Right-hander's in 600 against him. Lefty's only 286 against the right-hander. Ryan McMahon 0 for 1, walk back in the 2nd. Looking to get things going here. First pitch swinging, he's 0-1. Danny Salazar warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Kind of a long man. Just breaking news right now. Sources telling Jeff Passan and ESPN that Juan Soto has tested positive for COVID-19. Will miss tonight's season opener. As McMahon bounces one to second, Lux has got it. He'll throw on to first. And there's one away. We had a pinch hitter here in Yasiel Puig, going up against his former team. Fouls that pitch off. So Puig hasn't had much opportunity this postseason, or really most of the season, as Blake Trinan and Joe Kelly warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. Puig fights that pitch off. Also looks like the Toronto Blue Jays, who have been in a quest to find a home stadium after Canada, the Canadian government, said they can't. They tried to go to Pittsburgh, but Pennsylvania wouldn't let them. And a called strike 3 on the inside corner for Puig. He'll go sit down.
Up next to Colorado, the center fielder.
Armory of David Dahl with 2 outs here in the 6th. But it looks like the Blue Jays potentially could be sharing with the Orioles if Maryland gives them the okay. So we'll see. Poor Blue Jays, with the season starting today and they still don't have a home stadium after everything kind of got thrown out the window earlier this week and kind of late last week. Stahl fouls that one off 1-2. Stahl strikes out, so that'll end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 31, Danny Salazar.
So Danny Salazar taking over on the mound. This postseason, 4 games, he's got a 1.04 ERA. 9 strikeouts, 3 walks.
Leading up for the Dodgers,
As Max Muncy will lead things off. There's a low ball one. Scott Oberg and Chris Davinsky warming up in the bullpen, just getting loose. Grounder to first. Murphy knocks it down. He'll take it to the bag, and there's one away. Getting Muncy to roll over on it. Corey Seager. Pair of walks to his credit in this game. Pitch misses low. Also just today, the 32nd team in the NHL was announced finally for the Seattle Kraken. Debuted their new logo and whatnot this morning as this one's lined into right field for a base hit. Seager's aboard with one out. Just squares that one up and sends it the other way. Bring up Gavin Lux. First pitch fouls it off. So it'll be interesting. A lot of new news coming out still in the world of sports. We haven't been broadcasting as much or having as much video content. It's just the busyness of life as I started doing PA announcing and umpiring youth softball. Or youth baseball, not softball. Tried to do softball, they wouldn't let me. Pitch misses, 2-2. Just watching a lot of high school baseball as of late here in the summer. Got him swinging. Salazar climbs the ladder on him. And now there's two away here in the bottom of the sixth. Kind of with the cutter slider type pitch. Got him to chase it. So I'm bringing Will Smith. Oh and 1. Danny Salazar, as Will Smith has been engaged in some sort of entanglement. 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out in this one. Having a rough time. The 0-1 just misses the outside corner. 1-1. Danny Salazar, the Rockies picked him up same time as Yasiel Puig and made a pretty big impact so far. Called strike, 1-2. Good substitution for John Gray, who has just continued to struggle in his a lot of his abilities. Got moved. Stayed in the rotation mostly, but they've been sticking with him. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside. That'll run the count full. And that misses low, ball 4. So Smith will trot down to first. That'll bring up the pitcher's spot.
Now back, the pitcher. Ladies and gentlemen, you're at incomplete. Please hitting for the Dodgers.
And A.J. Pollock will pinch hit, for the Dodgers. Check swing, and they said he went around. Here's the 0-1 to Pollock. Grounder to second. McMahon's got it. He'll throw on to first, and that will end the inning. We head to the 7th. Still tied at 7, or still tied at 3 as we head to the top of the 7th. 2-3-4 due up for the Rockies. They try to get things going here.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers. Number 17.
Joe Kelly taking over on the mound now. 5 games. He's got a 9.82 ERA this postseason. He'll face Murphy, Arenado, and Blackman.
The first baseman, number 9, Daniel Murphy.
Here's the 1-0 to Murphy. Sends this one out deep left field, but Betts ranges back. He'll make the catch. One away. Bring him Nolan Arenado. 2 for 3, pair of singles in this one. Rockies tied 3-3 here in Game 3. Series is tied at 3-3. Game 7 of the NLCS. A lot of threes in that. His career against Kelly. Arenado's 2 for 8 with a double. Dodgers were kind of the Rockies' bane during most of the season. It's called strike at the knees. Arenado half-heartedly offered at it, but home plate umpire says he went around anyway. Called the strike regardless. Here's the 1-1. Right down Main Street. 1-2 the count now on Arenado. Kelly comes set. The 1-2. Arenado holds off 2-2. Interesting to see. Arenado during summer camp was doing very well. He had like 5 home runs during their little summer camp, during inter-squad games. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. Had a home run the other night in Texas. Rockies hit 3 homers last night. Drew Butera hitting a 3-run shot. Shoots this one to second. Lux has got it. He'll throw on to first. 2 away. Charlie Blackmon coming in now. Blackmon just barely rejoined the team earlier, I think late last week, after dealing with a COVID-19 positive test. Finally rejoined the team. He's doing good, what it seems like. Following him and his wife, his family on Instagram. Got a cute little black lab. Blackmon skies this one out to right. Bellinger's got a beat on it. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the Rockies' 7th. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the inning. Still tied at 3. Top of the order duo for the Dodgers here in Dodger Stadium. Running out of time here. Justin Turner will lead things off for the Dodgers. It's 1 for 3. Double back in the 3rd. Salazar still in there for the Rockies. Bouncer to first. Murphy's got it, so a quick first out. I'll bring up the center fielder, Jock Peterson. Called strike down the middle for Salazar. That just misses outside, 1-1. Fights off that pitch, jammed him a little bit, fouls it off. Peterson's kind of been a thorn in the Rockies' side. Not just this season, or even just this game, but most of his time in the big leagues. They got him, called strike 3. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Danny Salazar putting in the work, but now we'll face Mookie Betts. Betts with 5 homers this postseason. Singled his last time up to tie the game at 3. It's Danny Salazar now trying to tightrope walk his way out of this one. Living on the outside corner, and I wanted to give Betts anything too good to hit. Here's the 3-0. Flares this one into right field. That's down for a base hit. He's heading to second. The throw. And it's not in time. It beat him, but offline of it. If Blackman makes a clean throw, he's hosed at second. Blackman just kind of had to grab and try to stop on a dime and throw it. It's kind of pokes it the other way. So the go-ahead run at second for Cody Bellinger with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. We're still tied at 3. And this is low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Fouls that one off. The 1-1 delivery. Misses high. Here's the 2-1. Skied out deep left center field. Over is Dahl. He makes the catch. Kind of scared there for a moment. But Dahl tracks it down. We're still tied at 3. We head to the 8th. Rockies coming up.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers. Number 74, Kenley Jansen.
It's Kenley Jansen will come in now.
Leading off for the Rockies, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
Comes the first pitch to Story against Jansen. Fouls that one off. Grounder to second. Lux has got it. He'll throw on to first. And there's one away. Pitch misses low. It's the 1-0 in there for a called strike. So I was just looking at the Fox Sports. So Fox will be, for their games this Saturday, using virtual fans. So everybody else is just going to use audio. These guys are actually going to be graphically putting in fans. Virtual fans wearing team colors. Which that is just bizarre. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Jansen, or from Jansen. Kemp fights that one off, 1-2. That is just absurd what they're doing over there. Pitch misses high, 2-2. Like, I don't know why they feel like they need to put in those fans when I think everybody's completely fine with nobody in the stadium, as Matt Kemp is not happy after striking out against Jansen for round number. So he strikes out here for round number 2 here in the 8th. James McCann will stand in. Dave Roberts went to his closer here in the 8th and this is the situation that you do that. McCann's 1 for 2. He doesn't have an RBI. So we are tied at 3. World Series berth on the line between the Rockies and the Dodgers. Dodgers trying to once again get to the World Series and hopefully win it this time is their hope. But then you got the Rockies, who were trying to make it back for the first time since 2007 and still win it. And actually win it after being swept in 2007, a year they probably could have done it if they been able to keep that magic going, but the Red Sox managed to gain the upper hand in that one. 1-2 to McCann. Tied him up, strike 3. A lot of emotions from the Rockies batters. We head to the bottom of the 8th. We are still tied at 3 here at Dodger Stadium in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Gonna get a double switch here. Bud Black will come out. Let you know who that is here in a second. Tim Collins will take over on the mound. 4 games, he's no runs allowed.
Number 63, Tim Collins. Now catcher and batting 9. Number 14, Tony.
So Tony Walters takes over behind the plate now. As Max Muncy will stand in. Muncy 1 for 2. So Tim Collins actually, since being called up way back when, has actually put in a pretty good year. One of the better Rockies relievers. Went 3-0, 169 ERA. It's one of the go-to lefties in that Rockies bullpen. After Jake McGee was displaced, Zach Britton kind of taken over, and James Pazos, kind of your 3 main lefties out there. As he went around, 1-2 the count. But Collins has just been a very reliable arm out of the bullpen for the Rockies. Got him swinging, strike 3. A lot of emotions out of both these clubs. Muncy just kind of muttering to himself. Got him to chase the pitch high, and so there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. He'll face Corey Seager now. 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. That pitch misses inside, ball 1. Danny Salazar coming in throwing 2 strong innings. The 6th and the 7th. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. This one's lined into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Blackman gets it back in quickly. Now a man at first with 1 away. Bring up Gavin Lux, the left-handed hitting second baseman. So you have Lux, then Will Smith, then the pitcher's spot. Trying to get the ground ball here. Pitch misses low. That was the area to do it. 1-0. Tony Walters in behind the plate now in place of James McCann. That way, Blackman can, Bud Black can at least keep Collins in there if he wants to. So you're not having to use a pinch hitter to start off the inning. Instead, you move Walters in there. This is outside, 3-0 to Lux. Pazos and Davinsky. Davinsky warming up in the bullpen. 1 on, 1 out. 3-0 the count. Called strike down the middle. We're tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. The series is tied at 3 games apiece in this best of 7. And that'll run the count full. Collins battling back, 3-2. Collins throwing roughly 40 innings for the Rockies this year. Payoff pitch to Lux. Misses high, ball 4. So that'll put men at second and third. The go-ahead run at second now. And they'll bring up the right-hander, Will Smith. Smith walked in the 6th. Fights that one off. 0-1. With the rules, Tim Collins had to face 3 batters. He's done that now, as he's quickly ahead 0-2 on the young catcher. So he has to... He's faced his 3 batters, but now he's going to stay in there as he got him swinging strike 3. Will Smith goes down on 3 straight pitches. And now Tim Collins has got himself 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. So he'll face a pinch hitter now. So we see who it'll be, and it's going to be Kike Hernandez. Hitting .364 with a homer and 3 RBIs this postseason. He has constantly been a thorn in the Rockies' side. For good reason, too. Good hitter. Always finds a way. This takes strike 1. It's Tim Collins, as I talked about earlier, moments like these define a game, define a series. 2 outs, go ahead, run at second. Pitch and misses low, 1-1. Rockies and Dodgers tied at 3. Tim Collins trying to keep it that way. High and deep to right field. Back goes Blackman. He camps under it. And we are through 8. Tim Collins gets out of the inning. We head to the 9th. Still tied at 3. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Rockies. They'll face Pedro Baez. In 2 games, so in 2 1/3 innings, no runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. They'll face Pedro Baez here in the top of the 9th. McMahon, 0 for 2, walked back in the 2nd. First pitch to McMahon. Turns on this one, but it will go foul. 0-1. Rips this one into right field. That's a base hit. So Ryan McMahon gets aboard here to lead off the 9th. That'll bring up Tony Wolters, who came in part of the double switch at the bottom of the last inning. First pitch to Wolters. This one out to center field. Back goes Peterson. He makes the catch. And now there's one away. In that situation, they were probably looking for the bunt, but I might have let Tony Wolters bunt. Instead, move the runner over and let David Dahl try to make something of it. But here we are, 1 out, man at first. First pitch to Dahl, misses low, ball 1. David Dahl finished the year with 20 homers. He's hitless against Baez in his career, 0 for 6. Here's the 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. David Dahl showing some patience now. Big at bats, a lot of pressure here. Top of the 9th, tied at 3. Go ahead, run at first. Big swing and a miss, but way out in front of that changeup. Baez is now and 2-1. The 2-1 runner takes off for second. The grounder to second, bobbled by Lux. He'll regain his composure, regather himself. Gets Dahl at first, but now man at second for Daniel Murphy. Murphy's 0 for 3. Fortunate that the hit and run panned out like it did. First pitch to Murphy's in there, called strike. Here's the 0-1. Outside. 1-1. This is low, ball 2. Arenado waits on deck. Another 2-1 delivery. Bounces that one foul, just got a piece of it. Here's another 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Full count now on Daniel Murphy. Nolan Arenado waiting on deck. Top of the 9th. Tied at 3. Go ahead, run at second. The pitch from Baez. Low, ball 4. Arenado's going to get a chance to hit here with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. We're tied at 3 here in Game 7. Arenado's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles in this one. Go ahead, run at second. The first pitch to Arenado misses low, ball 1. Baez coming set. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss, comes up empty. 1-1 the count now. The 1-1 gets under it, sends it out to foul territory over his Bellinger, but he can't make the catch. 1-2 the count on Nolan Arenado. Go ahead, run at second. The 1-2 fights that one back. 1-2 again. Well, a lot of pressure, but these are moments that Arenado lives for. Here's the 1-2 again. Got him swinging, strike 3. Rockies strand a pair as Baez gets out of it. We head to the bottom of the 9th. This turned out to be a good one. Chris Davinsky will head out there for the bottom of the 9th. 7 games this postseason. He's got a 4.26 ERA. Left-hander's hitting him pretty good at 4.12. But he's looking to push this thing to extra innings. Turner, 1 for 4, had a double in the second. He'll be the first man to face Davinsky. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Got to get that thing down. A lot of pressure here now. Rockies have battled all the way from a basement spot to this moment here in the National League Series, as Michael Lorenzen will warm up in the Rockies bullpen. Start warming up, he's stretching and tossing. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss at the bender. Comes up empty, 2-1. Davinsky, Rockies acquired him from the Astros back in May-ish, I want to say, back in May for Josh Fuentes and Brian Shaw. Here's the 2-1. Misses low, 3-1. Winning run at the plate in Justin Turner. Here's the 3-1 delivery from Davinsky. Fights that one off. That'll run the count full. Both teams scored a run, or Dodgers scored in the bottom of the first off a solo home run. Rockies tied in the top of the first. Grounder to first. Murphy on to Davinsky, 1 away. Bring up Jock Peterson. Homer back in the first. Rockies then scored in the top of the second. Then in the third, they added on a pair. Then the Dodgers, the next couple of innings in the 4th and 5th, managed to get a pair of runs across to tie it at 3, and that's where we've sat. Skied in the air in foul territory over is Arenado. 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th. He'll now face Mookie Betts, who has a double and a single in this one. His RBI single back in the 5th tied the game at 3. First pitch to Betts. Big swing and a miss. The outside corner. 0-1. The 0-1 just misses the low outside corner. 1-1. Dodgers fans waving their rally towels. Davinsky delivers. That pitch misses high. 2-1. Cody Bellinger waiting on deck. The 2-1 pitch. Grounded to first. Nice sliding stop by Murphy. We have extra innings baseball. Davinsky gets the Dodgers to go down 1-2-3. We head to the top of the 10th. Blackman, Story, and Kemp due up. So we're tied at 3 here in Game 7 of the NLCS. Blackman trying to change his luck. He's 0 for 4 in this one. Looking to kickstart something here against Pedro Baez here in the top of the 10th. Pitch misses low, ball 1. Blackman's 0 for 13 in his career against Baez. Now would be a good time to change that. So that one misses outside, 2-0. Comes another 2-0 pitch. Blackman rockets this one, knocked down by Muncy. The race to the bag, and he's got him. One down. That was destined for extra bases, but Muncy leaps and knocks it down. Taking it to the bag, and so one away for Trevor Story. 1 for 3, a double RBI and a run score in this one. Still face Pedro Baez. One away here in the top of the 10th. Tied at 3. Takes strike 1. Story's 1 for 9 in his career against Baez with 6 strikeouts. But again, Story did hit roughly 29 home runs this year. 29 homers, 75 RBIs. This takes called strike 2. Outside corner. But he did only turn in a .222 average. Batting average. This was go big or go home. Fights that pitch off, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Low, ball 1. So Story lays off. Runs the count to 1-2. Managing to just stay alive. Evens the count at 2. Holds off. Two bouncer in front of the mound. Baez hustling, gets it, throws to first, and Story's retired. 2 down now here in the top of the 10th. I'll bring up Matt Kemp, singled back in the 5th. Does have a home run and 3 RBIs here in this postseason. So he faces his former team here in the playoffs. Baez comes set, the 1-0 to Kemp. Taken all the way, strike 1. Matt Kemp, a longtime rival of the Rockies. They've always seen the damage he can do against them. Picked him up. Put in a .305 average, 9 homers, 36 RBIs since July. Swings to that one, evens the count at 2. So he put in a good year for him. Good second half of the season helped propel them in the outfield. And he swings and misses for out number 3. Second punch out for Matt Kemp. We head to the bottom of the 10th. Tied at 3. Bellinger, Muncy, Seager due up here at Dodger Stadium. Chris Davinsky's still out there. He'll face Bellinger. Interesting move. Bud Black trusting in his right-hander. You have James Pazos and Zach Britton down there in the bullpen. Seem like more obvious choices to go up against a trio of lefties, but Bud Black trusting his reliever, trying to save some arms a little bit. It's 0-2 now on Bellinger. Pitch misses inside, trying to entice him. 1-2. You've been sticking with us. Good on you. Here's the 1-2. Just misses high. Ball 2. Thought it was a strike. Looked like it might have caught the top of the zone. And that one runs up and hits Bellinger. Had him down 0-2. Comes back and hits him on the 2-2 pitch. Got him right there on the elbow. So the go-ahead run aboard with nobody out here in the bottom of the 10th. So Max Muncy will stand in. He's 1 for 3. Had a single back in the 4th. Well, see what the situation is. You just let him swing away? Do you let Bellinger try and steal? Do you bunt him over? A lot of possibilities. Pitch misses low, ball 1. It looks like Muncy will in fact be swinging here. And here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss at the fastball at the knees. Comes up empty. There's the 1-1 pitch. And misses ball 2. Both managers throwing out signals and signs. This chess match between Dave Roberts and Bud Black. The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball deep center field. Over is Dahl, and he makes the catch. On the warning track for round number 1, they'll bring up Corey Seager, who's got a pair of singles in this one and a pair of walks. Long run for David Dahl. Manages to chase down that ball. It's now 1 away here. Flared out to center field. Dahl's there. He makes that catch. Quickly 2 away now. Bellinger still at first. And Gavin Lux coming in. Lux is 0 for 3. There's been some stellar catches out there in the outfield by David Dahl. He's had to cover a lot of ground. And he's managed to track down some balls that you thought he might not be able to. The 0-1 to Lux is fouled back. Got to be careful. You can't let can't give any extra base hits to. And a strike 3 in the dirt. Got him swinging. Throws on to first. And we're through the 10th. Still tied at 3. What I was saying is you couldn't give up any extra base hits to Lux, but they didn't. Way into the 11th. 7-8-9 to a pitcher spot leading off. We'll get a pinch hitter here in Chris Owings. Made the opening day roster for the Rockies. Getting an at-bat here to lead off the top of the 11th. Been busy. Had a pretty good year for the Rockies. Kind of a utility man on the bench. So he's now down 0-1. Put in a .285 average, 4 homers, 25 RBIs on the year for the utility man. Playing outfield and infield. Played a lot of left field. And then a lot of spotting at second base. 1-1 the count now on Owings. Takes strike 2 all the way. 1-2. Baez still out there for the Dodgers. This one is crushed down the line. If it stays fair, it's foul. Almost a home run for Chris Owings. Just hooks foul. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. Thought it had a chance, but hooks it foul. Here's the 2-2 to Owings now. Misses inside, ball 3-2. Owings has had quite a few of those types of hits where he just rips it down the line, no doubter, and then it hooks foul. So another payoff pitch coming to a Rockies batter. And Owings instead strikes out swinging on the fastball for out number 1. So what could have been a home run turns into a foul ball, and then he later strikes out. Way behind that pitch. Might have been looking off speed. Bring up Ryan McMahon. McMahon threatened in the 9th. Managed to get aboard. Got to second. Hits this one high to right field, but easy play for Bellinger, who makes the catch for out number 2. I'm bringing up Tony Wolters. Rockies only have 2 catchers, and Wolters is one of them now. McCann was brought out, part of the double switch. First pitch to Wolters from Baez. Called strike all the way, 0-1. This game's been going on for a while. Thank you for sticking with us and watching our games throughout the year. Wolters fouls this one back. As this may be the last game that we broadcast. The regular game starting tomorrow. Most people will point their attention to that. Get a look here at the crowd. Kind of quieting down. Kind of a full crowd here at Dodger Stadium. As this is in October, this game happening. The 1-2 to Wolters. Bounces in the dirt. Ball 2. Wolters kind of seen a revolving door of catchers behind him. Had Dom Nunez, Elias Diaz for the most part, and then James McCann was picked up and took over for the rest of the season as Wolters takes a called strike 3. We'll now head to the bottom of the 11th. New pitcher coming up for the Rockies. We're still tied at 3 as we head to the bottom of the 11th. 8-9-1 due up for the Dodgers. Scott Oberg coming in now. That 10.80 ERA here in the postseason in 5 games. Rough year overall for Oberg. Lost the closer role, spent some time in AAA, and then he just really hasn't found composure. So he'll face Will Smith, pitcher spot, and then Justin Turner. As he gets ahead of Smith, 0-1. Pitch, and this is low. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Smith has been held quiet relatively tonight. Called strike. Caught it at the top of the zone with that curveball. Oberg's ahead 1-2. Oberg typically been dominant for the Rockies. This is grounded to second. Easy play for McMahon. As Smith is retired, we'll get a pinch hitter next. It'll be DJ Peters. We'll pinch hit here with 1 out here in the bottom of the 11th. Game tied at 3. We've been deadlocked at 3 since the 5th inning. Big swing and a miss behind that fastball, 0-1. As I was saying, Oberg typically in real life has been dominant, but for some reason here in this 2020 season, it's kind of fell apart. Really struggled. Here's the 0-1. Got him with that curveball, 0-2. It's been dominant, but then just struggled as of late, just preventing extra base hits and damage, typically with 2 outs. He has kind of been on the bench ever since he got called back up in July as he strikes out Peters. So 2 away now for Justin Turner. But we've seen those sparks of dominance from him throughout the year. And then we've also seen the heartbreak from him. So 2 outs for Justin Turner here in the bottom of the 11th. First pitch from Oberg catches the zone, 0-1. Turner 1 for 5, doubled back in the third. If the Rockies get to the 12th, it'll be 1, 2, and 3. We'll have Dahl, Murphy, and Arenado. Here's the 1-1 to Turner. Skied out to center field. Back goes Dahl to the warning track, and he makes the catch. We're through 11 innings of baseball. We head to the 12th. Top of the order due up for the Rockies. We're just going to keep going.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 49.
So Blake Trinan will take over on the mound for the Dodgers. 15 ERA in 8 games this postseason. He'll face David Dahl, who's 0 for 4. Ground out back in the third was probably his most notable thing. But Dahl has been fantastic in the outfield during this game. He's chased down a lot of high fly balls as he watches ball 1. Blake Trinan comes set, kicks and deals, and Dahl sends this one out into right. Bellinger makes the catch. And there's out number 1 here in the 12th. Ross Stripling warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. Daniel Murphy, 0 for 3. Walked in the 9th as Rockies tried to rally with 2 outs, but Arenado struck out. First pitch to Murphy, misses outside. Daniel Murphy put in a pretty good year here in our Sim season. Like I said before, 306 average, 18 homers, 78 RBIs. Lost time at first base to Ryan McMahon for a bit, and then after McMahon slid back over to second, Murphy really stepped things up as he grounds out in the old 6-3 put out. So 2 away for Nolan Arenado. Arenado, a pair of singles. Arenado, first time in his career he didn't come up with the Gold Glove this year in our Sim season. Did get the Silver Slugger at third base. It's 1-0 the count. Check swing, but it's right down Main Street. Arenado comes up empty. Well, Blake Trinan, in his first season with the Dodgers, keep forgetting that he signed with them. Spectacular years with the Oakland A's. Good years with the Nationals. And then kind of lost a little bit of his, authority and his dominance last year with the Oakland A's. Dealing with injuries and just never really regained his stuff. Signed a deal with the Dodgers in the offseason. Here's the 1-2 to Arenado. Tied him up, strike 3. That'll end the 12th for the Rockies. We get to the bottom of the inning. 2-3-4 due up for the Dodgers. Scott Oberg probably going to still be out there to face his gauntlet. As Jock Peterson will lead things off. He homered way back in the first. Seemed like forever ago. We're still tied here at 3 in Game 7 of this NLCS. And he shoots the first pitch into left field, beating the shift. Kemp runs it down. It'll be a leadoff single for Peterson. Rockies playing in the shift. And I'm bringing Mookie Betts. Fastball in the outside corner, and Peterson just able to shoot it the other way. We see that quite a bit with these left-handed hitters beating the shift. So I'm bringing Mookie Betts, 2 for 5. Double and a single. Drove in the third run of the game for the Dodgers back in the fifth. So he'll come in, nobody out, runner on first. The winning run at first here in the bottom of the 12th. First pitch from Oberg is called strike of the knees. Mookie Betts signing that 12-year extension with the Dodgers. Worth quite a bit of money. Over $364 million at least. Well over that for the 12-year extension. Fouls that one back. There's rumors he wanted to test free agency, but then the Dodgers managed to make a deal with him. He'll be sticking around in Los Angeles. This one kicks away. Peterson's going to move up to second. Costly mistake there on the wild pitch. So man at second now with nobody out. Base hit could win this thing for the Dodgers. 2-2 the count on Mookie Betts. Scott Oberg trying to get out of this thing. And the 2-2 to Betts. Kicks away again. Throw on to first, and now the winning run is at third base. Full count on Mookie Betts. As back-to-back pitches, Wolters can't corral him. So 2 wild pitches, and sac fly wins it now. Payoff pitch to Betts. Bounces that one foul. The fate of the Rockies now 90 feet away. Payoff pitch again. Misses ball 4. So that'll set up a double play opportunity. But most likely on any ground ball, the infield's going to try to cut that run down. So Cody Bellinger, 0 for 3. Has been hit by a pitch. 0 for 3 in this one. Scott Oberg in a bit of a jam here. Nobody out. Runners on the corners. Bottom of the 12th. Tied at 3 in Game 7. First pitch to Bellinger. High and away. Ball 1. His career against Oberg, he's 2 for 6 with a double. It's Bellinger trying to win this for the Dodgers. This one kicks away. Betts is going to move up to second now. Yet another wild pitch from Scott Oberg. 2 men in scoring position now. Still nobody out, and the count's 2-0 on Bellinger. Not sure how much longer Bud Black can leave him out there. And that misses ball 3. Max Muncy waits on deck. This is just heartbreaking to see this happen to Scott Oberg. The 3-0 to Bellinger. Misses ball 4. Bases are loaded. Nobody out in the bottom of the 12th. Max Muncy coming up to the plate. And Scott Oberg's, this is his to lose. Not sure why he's staying in there. But Bud Black's sticking with him. First pitch to Muncy. Misses ball 1. Nowhere to put him, and Oberg needs to throw strikes here. Here's the 1-0. Gets the called strike there. Infield playing in. They're going to try to cut down the run at the plate. The 1-1 pitch. Gets the called strike. 1-2 the count. Comes the 1-2 pitch to Muncy. Lines that one foul. Well, how unfortunate was it that Chris Owings' ball went foul? Got him swinging, strike 3. A huge punch out by Scott Oberg. And the Rockies now just need the double play ball. Corey Seager watches ball 1. Go ahead run 90, or the winning run 90 feet away. Mookie Betts at second. Fouls that one back. 1-1. I'm sure Rockies fans would be holding their breath with every pitch that Oberg's throwing. Way in front of that pitch. 1-2. 30 pitches for Oberg. Bases full of Dodgers. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back punch-outs by Scott Oberg. The Rockies are now 1 out away from getting out of this. Pumping the cheese right by him. And James Pazos is going to relieve Oberg. Pazos put in a good year. So far this postseason, 5 games, he's got a 2.08 ERA. Still face Gavin Lux with the bases loaded. 2 outs. We're tied at 2. First pitch from Pazos. In there for a called strike. Well, Scott Oberg loaded the bases with nobody out, then strikes out Muncy and Seager. That pitch misses inside, 1-1. James Pazos, very good reliever all season for the Rockies. The one mainstay in that bullpen, pretty much. Fouls that one back. It's now 1-2. Yet another defining moment here in this series. Bottom of the 12th, 2 outs. Bases loaded. We're tied at 3 in Game 7 of the NLCS. The 1-2 pitch. That pitch misses inside. 2-2. Pazos comes set yet again. The 2-2. He's got him! The Rockies get out of it, and we are headed to the 13th inning. Still tied at 3. Blackman, Story, and Kemp due up. Unbelievable. Charlie Blackman, he's been held hitless in this thing. Blake Trinan still on the mound for the Dodgers. You got to be pumped after that. Rockies managed to stay alive after the leadoff single, the 2 wild pitches, the walk, and then the other walk. And then they punch out 3 in a row. 2-0 on Blackman. Skies this one out to deep left field. Back goes Mookie Betts. He makes the catch as Blackman's retired. And I'll bring up Trevor Story. Story's 1 for 4. Owns one of the Rockies' runs. Well, if you forgot, this game was started by Clayton Kershaw and Jameson Taillon. Kershaw gets chased out of the 4th or 5th. Even I've forgotten by this point. Taillon goes 5 innings. Then Danny Salazar throws the 6th and 7th. Scoreless. And Chris Davinsky throw a pair of scoreless. Then Scott Oberg and James Pazos combining to throw 2 scoreless. Pitch misses high. 1-1. A lot of good pitching so far in this game by both teams. The 1-1 to Trevor Story. Hesitates, but it's a called strike anyway. Now another 1-2 count on the Rockies shortstop. The 1-2. Gets a piece of it, chases it inside, but manages to foul it off. 1-2 yet again. Treinen comes set. Tries to tempt him with the ball down and away, but he holds off. 2-2. Story rips this one to deep left field. Doesn't have a chance. It's down. Story into second with a one-out double. Rockets one over the head of Mookie Betts. That was just a line drive. Bounces, one hops the wall. Story squares it up. Beautiful swing there by Trevor Story. Now the go-ahead run at second for Matt Kemp. Kemp struck out in his last two at-bats. Takes called strike one. It's nice. You got some speed on the bases. Kemp did single back in the fifth. Now the 0-1 to Kemp. Fights that one off. It's now 0-2. Look out for the breaking ball. Story at second. The 0-2 to Kemp. Popped him up. And that's going to hook foul. Stays alive. 0-2. Well, now would be the best time for Kemp to get another hit. The 0-2 to Kemp. And this is low. 1-2. All the years that he's tormented the Rockies through, whether it be with the Dodgers, the Padres, or even the Braves. This is up and in, ball two. All the damage he has done against them, this would just be poetic justice in some sense. Here's the 2-2 now. Got him, strike three. Snaps his bat over his knee. Looking like he's about to go shank somebody with it. An unhappy Matt Kemp chases the curveball, comes up empty. 3 strikeouts for him. And we'll get a pinch hitter here in Sam Hilliard. Hilliard, who stormed onto the scene, took over the starting job from Ian Desmond back in April. Then kind of played in a platoon situation out there in left. Put in 12 homers on the year. Fairly decent year for him. Hasn't had much opportunity here in the playoffs. He's quickly down 0-1. Story at second. He doubled. And the 0-1 to Hilliard. Dribbles that one foul. It's now 0-2. There's a lot of problem that Hilliard faced was a lot of 0-2 counts. The 0-2 pitch to Hilliard. Swing and a miss. And the Rockies are retired yet again. We head to the bottom of the 13th. We're still going here. Oh my goodness. Exciting baseball. This is what you want from playoff baseball.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Colorado,
Ryan Harper.
number 34.
Ryan Harper, who the Rockies acquired from the Nationals a while ago here in our season. He's got that 7.20 ERA. Michael Lorenzen and Zach Britton both warming up. Be 8-9-1 here in the 13th. Ryan Harper is having a pretty good year with the Nationals. Then the Rockies picked him up before the deadline. Point before the deadline, and kind of used him as a co-closer with Michael Lorenzen. If Lorenzen was in the rotation, or in the starting lineup, playing in the outfield, kind of use Harper as another closer. Had a pretty good year between the Nationals and the Rockies. as tries to tempt Will Smith there again. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses high and away. Trying to tempt it again. Will Smith stayed in there. 13 innings of catching is not got it. Isn't easy. Here's the 2-2. Misses high. Flirting with him a little bit, but Smith is holding off. Payoff pitch to the catcher. Drops it in there for a called strike 3. Just froze him with the changeup. And Harper's got out number 1 here. Gets a little bit of curveball, slider action. Freezes him. So now there's a 1 away, and we're going to get another pinch hitter here in Austin Barnes. So the backup catcher for the Dodgers will pinch hit now, ending Trinan's night, who threw 2 scoreless. Here's the first pitch from Harper. Misses outside, ball 1. I'm trying to think who's on the Rockies bench still. I think it's Peter Mooney, shortstop. I think that's about all that's left for them. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss, comes up empty at the breaking ball. 1-1. So the Rockies have used Owings, Puig, Hilliard, Walters, who's behind the plate now. Pretty sure Peter Mooney is shortstop. Left-handed hitting shortstop's all that's left. Shot back up the middle. That'll get through. So a 1-out single for Austin Barnes, the pinch hitter. I'll bring up Justin Turner. Walters set up inside, but looks like Harper missed his spot and left it over the plate, and Barnes just sends a dribbler back up the middle. So man aboard, 1 out for Justin Turner. Turner is someone kicks away a little bit, but Walters keeps it corralled. 1-0 the count. Justin Turner, 1 for 6, double back in the 3rd inning. Luckily, they've kept him quiet for the most part. A lot of grounders to first that Murphy's knocked down. Pitch misses outside, went with the fastball. That's a tough pitch to hold off. Walters tries to frame it, but fortunately for Turner, they get the ball call. Pop up, can of corn around home plate. Walters makes the catch for out number 2. So a little gift out from Turner. I'm bringing up Jock Peterson. 2 for 6 in this one. Singled last inning. Ended up at 3rd base and looked like trouble for the Rockies, but Scott Oberg and James Pazos get out of it. Called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. I'm trying to think of who all is still left in the Rockies bullpen. Got Lorenzen and Britton. Harper drops that one in there, 0-2. Maybe Carlos Estevez, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Here's the 0-2. Fouls that one back. Mookie Betts waits on deck. He'd prefer he lead off the 14th. And not bad here with a man aboard. 0-2 to Peterson. Bounces in the dirt. But staying put at first is Barnes. And 1-2 the count. Well, we got the Rockies opening game tomorrow against the Rangers. Watching a little bit of their exhibition games, the offense was looking good. What we saw of pitching also was looking good against the Rangers. Bounces another one foul. Something cool is looking at the new ballpark for the Rangers. and kind of the information and cool little tidbits about it. Pretty cool ballpark. This one's rocketed into right field. Blackman cuts it off. So a base hit for Jock Peterson, wins that battle. They're fouling off several pitches. Then just lines one into right. And I'll bring a Mookie Betts. Walked his last time up. So 2 on, 2 out. Winning run at second now. Here in the bottom of the 13th. Still tied at 3. In this kind of team pitching duel. Rockies' resiliency has been showing. First pitch to Betts, drops in there for a strike. Ryan Harper battling still on the mound. Making some good pitches. Grounder to third. Arenado will take it to third. To the bag, and that will end the inning. A tie-rope walk out of another one. We head to the 14th, still tied at 3. 8-9-1 due up for the Rockies here at Dodger Stadium. So Ross Stripling will take over on the mound. 5 games this postseason. He's 2 for 2 in save opportunities. 1.50 ERA in 6 innings of work. We'll face McMahon, Walters, and Dahl. The Rockies don't have a lot of options. I think everybody else is in there for a long haul. You do have absolutely needed a ace in the hole with Michael Lorenzen, who can play the outfield. Had a 306 average on the year in the times that he played in the lineup. 1-1, misses high. So he's got that, and he could pinch hit if you ever get around to the pitcher spot again. Bounces that one foul, 2-2. So there is an option there. Ooh. McMahon is able to hold off. Runs the count full. Tony Walters waiting on deck. It's McMahon putting in a good at-bat against Stripling. Bouncer to first. Race to the bag, but Stripling will win it. And now there's one away. Walker Buehler warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. Well, at that point, you might get some pitching. Some starters starting to warm up for the Rockies. They do have Freeland. You have John Gray as a possibility. And Kyle Freeland would pitch, technically, the next game, whatever would be one. So you have him and Ty Colbrith. That's 2-0 on Tony Walters. Does have quite a few walks on the year. Walters putting in another good year offensively for the Rockies. Hit .265, 4 homers, 30 RBIs. Good to see him throw out another home run. 3-0 pitch to Walters. It's taken for called strike 1. And ball 4, so Walters gets aboard here with 1 out in the 14th. Pass the bat to David Dahl, who's been held hitless. 10 for 29 in the series, 4 homers, 10 RBIs. It's been an exciting series. Bounces the first pitch, curveball, foul. Ross Stripling was potentially going to be with the Angels this season, as the Mookie Betts, David Price trade kind of got held up. Ross Stripling and Jock Peterson ended up not being traded to the Angels, instead staying with the Dodgers. And Ross Stripling it was announced the other day that he'll be in the rotation for the 1 and 2. And then when you have the DH, that opens up some spots for guys like Jock Peterson for the Dodgers, who have a lot of talent and a lot of talent and not enough spaces. And so this kind of opens up some opportunities for guys. Surprising thing that Gavin Lux was optioned down, as it's a called strike 3 at the knees. Stick with the curveball, and Dahl doesn't like it, but he'll stroll back to the dugout. Questionable call there, but looks like it does catch the knees, and so it's up to Daniel Murphy. 2 outs, man at first here in the top of the 14th. And that pitch misses, ball 1. Murphy's 0 for 4. Does have a double in the series. But everybody was surprised when Gavin Lux, who everybody thought was probably going to be the starting second baseman for the Dodgers this season, was optioned to their alternate site, the competitive players pool. But a lot of it was perhaps because he reported to camp late, July 10th, and then wasn't doing super well, so giving him some time to kind of fine-tune, get back in shape. And a called strike 3 on the outside corner. So we head to the bottom of the 14th now. Sticking with us, we head to the bottom of the 14th. 4-5-6 due up for the Dodgers. Ryan Harper's still going to be out there. Cody Bellinger will lead things off. 0 for 3, walk in the 12th. Well, when I started this game, I was sitting in my chair at a desk. I have my little TV and the PlayStation all set up in my room. The little desk that I kind of keep the microphone and my computer on. But sitting in the chair started to kind of get uncomfortable. This one's hit high and deep to right field. This has a chance. Blackman at the wall makes the catch. Ryan Harper holding his breath. 1 away. Max Muncy standing in now. Wiped the sweat off our brow. 1 away. But I started to several innings ago. Moved to I'm sitting on the floor now, holding the microphone in my hand. Mostly because I'm fat, and sitting was putting pressure on my stomach, and that was starting to hurt. So now I'm sitting on the floor. That's just the nature of moving around. For a long period of time, this game's going along longer than expected. Here's the 1-1 to Muncy. Rockets that one foul, 1-2. As we'll get another 1-2 to Muncy. Misses up and in. Almost hits him. Evens the count at 2. One's fouled away. Another 2-2 to Muncy. Got him swinging, strike 3. Harper just pumping the gas right by him, and there's now 2 away for Corey Seager. He's got a pair of singles in this one. Harper comes set. 30th pitch for him. Catches the outside corner. 0-1. Well, fantasy baseball is finally underway as well. I had him draft for my league the other day. As this one skied out to right field. Blackman only had to take a step over, makes the catch. And we are through 14 now. We head to the 15th inning. We're tied at 3. I should have brought some snacks and lunch down here with me. So Nolan Arenado will lead things off. David Price and Walker Buehler warming up in the bullpen. Ross Stripling still out there for the Dodgers. You got to throw everything you can to win this thing. It's Game 7 of the NLCS. Winner moves on to the World Series to face either the Twins or the Athletics. Fortunately, I don't get an update on that. Here's the 2-0. In there for a called strike 2-1. I was saying, my fantasy league is underway. I was working at the time of my draft, so I had to set up my auto pick strategy. It's called strike on the inside corner. Thought it might have been a little inside, but home plate umpire thinks otherwise. 2-2 the count now on Arenado. And a big swing and a miss at the fastball comes up empty, and so Arenado's retired here for the first out of the 15th. I'll bring up Charlie Blackmon, who's been quiet. Arenado chasing up and in, unable to make contact. Rockies striking out quite a bit. So Blackmon has been held hitless. Third in MVP voting, won a Silver Slugger, won the batting title, hit 40 homers on the year, was hitting 400 around the All-Star break. Here's the 0-1, misses high, 1-1. So Blackmon turned in a very good year. Fortunately, he's been held hitless in this critical game. Shoots this one the other way. That's going to be extra bases for Blackmon. He's doing it again. We've seen him hit that double so often. And that'll bring up Trevor Story, who doubled his last time up. Dodgers playing in the shift, and Blackmon just slices it the other way off the end of the bat for an easy double. So the go-ahead run here is at second with one out. Trevor Story up to the plate against Ross Stripling. Little ray of hope for the Rockies here. Ball misses outside, 1-0. Matt Kemp waiting on deck. Here's the 1-0. Misses high, ball 2. Smith trying to bring that ball down, but runs count 2-0. Finish my little fantasy baseball thing in here in a second as Story fouls it off. Anyways, I was working when my fantasy draft went on, so had to do auto pick, and then I've already started my wheeling and dealing. Team didn't turn out too bad, though. Not too shabby. Story fights another one off, 2-2. Managed to get Trevor Story on my team along with Francisco Lindor. Eugenio Suarez, Matt Olson, Mitch Garver, Starling Marte, Michael Conforto, Sam Hilliard I went and picked up. And then pitching-wise, got Walker Buehler, Patrick Corbin, Chris Paddock, a couple of others. This one's line right at first. Muncy makes the catch. Story hit it on the screws, but there's now 2 outs for Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp, who has been striking out quite a bit. Snapped a bat over his knee his last time up. So 2 outs, man at second here in the top of the 15th. Tied at 3. Takes called strike 1. Ross Stripling. He's been throwing good so far. First pitch, the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Well, Matt Kemp, now would be a good time to get a hit. For 1-1, outside, 2-1. The pitcher's spot is on deck. At that point, you probably are going to go with Peter Mooney. He's your only bench option left to pinch hit outside of Michael Lorenzen, or you go with another reliever of some kind, or you just leave Harper in there. Fouls that pitch off on the inside. 2-2 the count. Critical pitch coming up to Matt Kemp. Swing and a miss. He strikes out yet again and smashes it on the ground. That's his second bat he's destroyed. As we now head to the bottom of the 15th. Oh my goodness. Still tied at 3. We haven't scored since the 5th inning. As we're going to get a double switch here. So we'll see what move he makes. Zach Britton coming in.
Now pitching and batting in the 5th. Number 53, Zach Britton. Now playing shortstop and batting 7th. Number 32, Peter Mooney.
So Peter Mooney's in. I didn't catch where they put him in. First pitch to Lux is fouled away. Zach Britton, haven't really seen him in any of our broadcasts, but the game decided to trade Ian Desmond away to the Yankees for Zach Britton. And Lux shoots that one into center field. So it looks like Trevor Story's out of the game. And Peter Mooney is now batting. So you lose Story. Rockies' bench is empty now. And the winning run is now at first base for Will Smith. Anyway, they have the game decided to trade away Ian Desmond to the Yankees. We sent Zach Britton over. He's turned in a pretty good year. Out of the bullpen. Would that ever happen in real life? Probably not. Nope. It's now 1-1 the count on Will Smith. The 1-1 misses low, 2-1. Saw some of the interviews that Bud Black was doing during summer camp and kind of leading into this week. Really how excited he is for the pitching. It's called strike 2-2. Or how excited he was about the hitting. Batters seem to be locked in. We saw that in those exhibition games. This one's sent out to center field. Dahl ranging over will make the catch. There's one away. Really excited. The biggest thing is just see how does the pitching do. So Ross Stripling will stand in. It's only can be assumed that the Dodgers bench is empty as well. Shows bunt. Gets it down. Good one right in front of the mound. Walter's only play will be to first. But there are 2 away for Justin Turner. Turner 1 for 7. It's an interesting thing to say. And they're going to go ahead and walk him. Get the left-on-left matchup of Jock Peterson versus Zach Britton. So bottom of the 15th, 2 outs. We're tied at 3. Game 7 of this NLCS. It's been a battle back and forth. Rockies have pitched out of several jams. They're going to have to do another one here. Jock Peterson's 3 for 7, pair of singles, home run way back in the first. Winning run at second. Zach Britton kicks and deals. Misses outside, ball 1. But the key to the Rockies' season this year during the 60-game stretch is going to be the pitching. If that can hold up, and because they can't really afford to have guys going out there and having bad outings, blowing a game or 2. Because those start to add up when you only have 60 games. So tighter leashes on guys. You'd like your starters to go 5 innings, hand it over to the bullpen, but interesting to see what happens. 3-1 the count now on Jock Peterson. Mookie Betts waiting on deck. Britton comes set, 3-1. Big swing and a miss at the slider. Curveball, slider, type pitch. Full count now. Here's the 3-2. Fouls that one back. Well, another defining moment in this game in extra innings. Payoff pitch. This one's foul down the line. Just hold your breath on every single pitch that comes. Yet another 3-2. Fouls another one off. Peterson's staying alive. Fighting off pitches. That's what he keeps doing. Yet another 3-2. Popped him up. Third base. Arenado's there. Makes the catch. We're now heading to the Sweet 16. Dodgers tie rope out of Rockies tie rope out of another one. We head to the 16th, still tied at 3. Oh my goodness. If you're still with me, thank you. Thanks for bearing with us. Peter Mooney will pinch hit here. Well, I guess it came part of the double switch. Batting here in the pitcher's spot. So the Rockies bench is now empty. This takes call at strike one. Well, in the game, local time, it's 11:33 p.m. Mooney shoots this one up the middle for a base hit. Just gets it past Seager, so the leadoff man's aboard here to start the 16th. Could be a good omen. Bring up Ryan McMahon. Peter Mooney just, the end of the bat, just beats it into the ground, but muscles it into center field. So man at first against Ross Stripling. McMahon shows bunt, gets it down. They go to second with it. They get the out there, but the return throw's late, so McMahon attempts the sacrifice, but fails. So instead, there's a one out, man at first for Tony Wolters. First pitch to Wolters. Misses inside. It was a good idea by McMahon, but you see that a lot where just a hard bunt to the first baseman and able to get the lead man. 2-0 the count. Unlike Ross Stripling, you saw Ross Stripling dropped that perfect bunt last inning. As Wolters gets a good piece of it, but sends it foul. 2-1 the count. Bounces that one foul. Two. Just misses. Full count. So full count on Tony Wolters. McMahon at first. Here's the payoff pitch. Wolters sends this one out to right field. Bellinger's there to make the catch. And just like that, there's 2 away for David Dahl. This inning thought it had some promise with the leadoff single, but then the failed sacrifice bunt. Now the fly out. Now there's 2 outs with the man at first. And David Dahl trying to keep it going. Pitch number 50 from Stripling. This one's lined into right field for a base hit. So 2 men aboard with 2 outs for Daniel Murphy. The big Murph. Trying to get it done now. David Dahl not wasting much time. Go ahead, run at second. 2 outs. Top of the 16th. Murphy's been held quiet today. Takes called strike to the knees. Well, all these virtual Sim fans are still around, waving their flags or waving their towels. Here's the 0-1. This is low below the knees. 1-1. Murphy's been swinging it well in summer camp and had a home run the other day. Misses low, ball 2. Had a home run yesterday. Or the other day, I can't remember what day it was. Had a home run during the exhibition games. This one's lined into right field, a base hit. McMahon will have to freeze at third. But the bases are loaded against Ross Stripling. Murphy able to line one past Lux into right center field. So it all comes down to Nolan Arenado. Bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch to Arenado. Misses, ball 1. Able to lay off the breaking ball. Arenado 2 for 7. Does have a pair of homers in the series. 7 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. Gets a piece of it. That was his pitch. Missed it. And he knows it. 1-1 the count. Another good pitch to Arenado, but he fouls it off. 1-2. Big pitch coming from Stripling. Called strike 3 at the knees, and the Rockies are retired. We head to the bottom of the 16th. Still tied at 3. Betts, Bellinger, and Muncy due up. Mookie Betts. It's a good thing I'm not keeping a book or a tally of how many people have been left on base in this game, because I'm sure it would be absolutely infuriating. Pitch misses inside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Betts in there, 1-1. Zach Britton still out there for the Rockies. Rockies do still have their closer and Michael Lorenzen out there in the bullpen. It's 2-1 the count. In there for a called strike 2. Bounces that one foul, 2-2. As that one's thrown on to first for out number 1. All right, Cody Bellinger 0 for 4. Fly out at some point. Game keeps going. Almost played 2 full games at this point here in the 16th. Just a couple innings shy of 1. Called strike there, 1-1. Swing and a miss, chasing the slider, 1-2. And swing and a miss, strikes him out for out number 2. Zach Britton gets him going, so we got Max Muncy coming up. Well, I decided to look up what the longest postseason baseball game. There's actually a tie for the longest. Both of them being 18 innings. We're coming up on that. First one, Game 3 of the 2018 World Series, was the Dodgers and the Red Sox. Dodgers win it in 18. It was 7 hours and 20 minutes. It's the longest in terms of time. This is outside. Here's the 2-0 to Muncy. Lines this one right at the second baseman McMahon, playing in the shift. And we head to the 17th inning. So we're coming up. We're going to break that record, maybe. We head to the 17th. Blackman, Britton, Kemp due up. It's Charlie Blackman, 1 for 7. He doubled back in the 15th for his first hit of the game. It's Ross Stripling still out there for the for the Dodgers. So in 2018, Walker Buehler started for the Dodgers, went 7 scoreless before Jackie Bradley Jr. homered off of Kenley Jansen with 2 outs in the 8th to tie it at 1. And then in the 13th, Eduardo Nunez singled, and then a couple of Dodger errors and enabled Brock Holt to score the go-ahead run, but then Dodgers responded in the bottom of the 13th. Yasiel Puig singled, and then Ian Kinsler had a throwing error that allowed Muncy to score. This one sent out to center field. Back goes Peterson to the wall, and it's gone! Charlie Blackmon with a solo home run in the top of the 17th, and the Rockies have a 4-3 lead. Unbelievable. It took 17 innings, but Charlie Blackmon has given the Rockies a lead. Chalk that one up for the good guys. Well hit. Peterson going back and just clears the wall in center field. And the Rockies have taken the lead here in the 17th. Relief pitcher Zach Britton batting now as he watches strike 1. Unbelievable. Just as stressful as you can get throughout the game, as Britton doesn't even take the bat off his shoulder, strikes out. Well, now, most likely we'll have Michael Lorenzen pitching the bottom of the 17th. As Matt Kemp will stand in with 1 out. And he shoots this one back up the middle. Where was that a couple of innings ago? He gets a base hit. I guess he was down to his final bat and knew he couldn't break it.
Now batting, shortstop, Peter Mooney.
I'll bring up Peter Mooney. Came in part of the double switch in place of Trevor Story. Had a single back in the 16th, so last inning. I'm at a loss for words. I'm just giddy with excitement for Charlie Blackmon. Runner takes off for second, but fouling it off is Peter Mooney going for the hit and run. Still not out of the woods yet, as you can't count out this Dodgers lineup. Called strike 2, 1-2. Michael Lorenzen, though, can only assume he'll come in the bottom of the inning. Had a fantastic year, led the league in saves between the Reds and the Rockies with 50. Had a sub-2 ERA. Dominant on the mound for the Rockies in late innings. What they needed all season as Wade Davis fell out of grace and ended up just in AAA for the Rockies. They DOA'd him to AAA, where he's been hanging out for the rest of the season in his final year. Here's the 2-2. Mooney sends one out to center field, but in comes Peterson to make the catch for out number 2. Ross Stripling, can't count him out though. He has put in a fantastic performance in relief. Ryan McMahon up to the plate now. Rockies lead 4-3. It's good to say that. Stripling, 46 strikes, 27 balls in the 73 pitches he's thrown. Just a great outing for him still. The only mistake is the home run to Blackmon. McMahon fouls that one off. 1-1. Another 1-1 pitch to to McMahon's fouled away, 1-2. By far, I would say this is probably the best game that we've been able to broadcast here on the Sideline Crowd. Just in terms of just excitement and stress, I would say, the drama. Here's the 1-2 to McMahon. Bounces this one just foul. Kemp at first. As McMahon keeps fighting off pitches, staying alive. Slotted into split time, probably at first base, but then primarily at second this season as he flares this one out to left. As Betts makes the catch. But the damage has been done. Chuck Nasty with the solo shot to dead center gives the Rockies a 4-3 lead as we head to the bottom of the 17th. And Michael Lorenzen is going to get the call here. 3 for 3 in save opportunities this postseason in 5 games. No ERA. ERA of 0. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. He will face Corey Seager, Gavin Lux, and Will Smith. It's the bottom part of the order. Rockies 3 outs away from making it to the World Series here in this 2020 simulated season. This one's fouled away. 1-0. That pitch misses outside. 2-1. Big swing and a miss. 2-2. Lorenzen, ever since he got acquired for, I just believe, for a minor league first baseman, Mike. Can't remember his name. I think it was like Todd Ziglia or something like that. Is the trade that was completed as Seager swings and misses, chases the pitch up and in. 1 out here in the bottom of the 17th. Well, Bud Black, with the hand that he's been dealt, plays his cards right, and luckily his pitchers were able to get out of many an inning as this one's lined into the gap in right center field. That's going to be extra bases for Lux. And he's heading for third. And he's going to be in there safely, standing. 1 out triple here in the bottom of the 17th. And Gavin Lux hitting the triple in there safely, and now tying run at third now in the bottom of the 17th. First pitch strike to Will Smith. Smith 0 for 6. If you're like me, you really don't want to go another inning. But we will if we have to. Here's the 0-1. Runs it inside. 1-1. Michael Lorenzen didn't blow many saves during the regular season. Like I said, he was 3 for 3 here in the postseason. Called strike down the middle, 1-2. Pitcher spot on deck. The 1-2 to Smith. Got him! Strike 3! 2 outs here in the bottom of the 17th. And this is probably about the best scenario. You have Ross Stripling, the pitcher, up to the plate with 2 outs, tying run at third. The first pitch to Stripling misses low, ball 1. Bunted his last time up. Can't do that here. He's got to swing it and get a hit. 1-0 the count on Ross Stripling. Lorenzen comes set, checks the runner at third, delivers. And that's 2-0. Renson can't pitch around him. You have Justin Turner on deck. This is the guy that you want to face. The 2-0 in there for a called strike, 2-1. Dodgers fans down to their final out, their last hope. In there for a called strike, 2, down to their final strike. The 2-2 pitch. World Series time in Colorado. 17 innings. The Rockies are your National League pennant champions. Unbelievable odds. They stun the Dodgers. Take Game 7. As they are your National League champions and are moving on to the World Series. They'll be taking on either the Athletics or the Twins. Charlie Blackmon with a solo home run in the top of the 17th. He's your player of the game. The solo home run in the top of the 14th, in top of the 17th gives them the 4-3 lead. Michael Lorenzen shuts the door in the bottom of the inning. And the Rockies, these Sim Rockies, for the Sideline crowd, are your National League champions. Who'da thunk it? Unbelievable with this dead center shot to center field. Unbelievable. What a spectacular game. Just unbelievable. Just, oh my goodness. Not really sure what to say. Blackmon goes 2 for 8 with the solo home run. The Rockies dethrone their arch nemesis in the Dodgers. So the Rockies left to get reset as they'll take on either the Athletics or the Twins in the World Series. And now at this point, we're just going to have to do another broadcast, perhaps of a World Series game, because why not? Why not? So here's the final line. We go 17 innings, 13 hits apiece for both clubs. Rockies win it 4-3. Zach Britton gets the win, goes 2 innings, gives up 1 run. Struck out 1, walked 1. Ross Stripling went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, struck out 6. Gives up the solo homer, and then Michael Lorenzen gets the save by striking out 3 Dodger batters. Notables for Colorado. Charlie Blackmon goes 2 for 8, the home run, the double. Trevor Story 2 for 6 with a pair of doubles. Murphy goes 1 for 6. James McCann went 1 for 3. Notables for Los Angeles, Jock Peterson 3 for 8 with a home run. Mookie Betts had a double. Chris Taylor, remember him, he pinch hit a while ago, doubled and came around to score. Justin Turner had a double. And really that's the... Get a look here at this box score. Dahl 1 for 7, Murphy 1 for 7, Arenado 2 for 8, Blackmon 2 for 8. Kemp 2 for 7. Poor Matt Kemp struck out 5 times in this one. McCann went 1 for 3. And a lot of these, McMahon 1 for 7. Wolters went hitless with a walk and a strikeout. Just a lot of craziness here. Here's how the pitching. Rockies exhaust everyone they can. Taillon goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs. And then Salazar, Collins, Davinsky, Oberg, Pazos, Harper, Britton, and Lorenzen combine to throw scoreless baseball. Rockies as a total struck out 17. And then for the Dodgers, there's a look at their box score. Theirs is a little bit more cleaner. A lot of hits for them, but not able to get anything across for their pitching staff. Kershaw goes 4 2/3, gives up 3 runs. Dustin May only threw to 1 batter, got an out. Then Floro, Kelly, Jansen, all through an inning. Baez goes 3 innings. Only gave up 1 hit, struck out 4. And then Trinan goes 2 innings, and then Stripling throws 4, but takes the loss. But a lot of key moments in this one, with the later innings and extra innings getting out of bases loaded jams with nobody out. Probably one of the difference makers in this. The Rockies got out of a lot of innings with a lot of lucky chances, and it just turns out they were able to seal the deal and move on to the World Series as the National League champions. Who'd have thunk it? But thank you so much. If you're sticking with us this entire time live, shout out to Ryan Egan for sticking with me this entire time, watching it live. I always appreciate it and the support. An exciting one. Well, that'll do it here on the Sideline Crowd. Stay tuned. I'll try and get one of these World Series games out because you have to. You have to. And see if our Rockies can win it out and give us something to be happy about with the 2020 season, no matter how the 60-game season goes. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Skylar Timmons. We'll see you next time here on the Sideline Crowd. We'll always remind you that we're not affiliated with Colorado Rockies, Major League Baseball, or MLB The Show 20. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And stay tuned, as always, for the airwaves, trying to get more content back out there. But thank you so much for joining us. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.